A silent cabin, instant acceleration, and a giant screen. Tesla is finally there in India, ending years of debate about the import duties which is going to be associated with it and other hurdles they have to overcome. They have opened a showroom in Mumbai. Literally, you can go online and book a Tesla Model Y right now as we speak. Is this going to democratize the Indian electric car industry? What happens when the world's most disruptive car brand meets fastest growing car market, which is India? We have to wait and see. But there comes a harsh reality. A reality which is so disconnected with the Indian car market. The price tag. The cost of a basic Tesla model is 60 lakhs. The long range one is 70 lakhs. I am not including the on-road price in this. Then comes the problem of the spare parts and car maintenance. Is Tesla entering India a revolution or a gross miscalculation? Is Tesla making the same mistake as Ford Escort? Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Everything with Dr. James. Today we are going to be dealing about Tesla in India. Tesla Model Y is a gadget from the future. It has an instant acceleration speed of 100 miles per hour within 5 seconds, an area previously reserved only for German sports sedan cars. Inside of the cabin is a world of its own. There are no clutches, no buttons, just a screen which operates everything. You can play music, you can use YouTube, give commands to the screen. There are certain party tricks inside the car like party lights which will add to the overall experience. The software in the screen is run by Google and the updates are given by Air. Beats the other cars in the same area of the market, because for the other cars you have to go to the showroom to get your software updated, but in Tesla you just wake up, you find your software is updated. The most important thing is owning a Tesla in India will be like a status symbol that you're rich and successful. Now coming to the harsh realities buying a Tesla car in India. The first one is the cost. The cost of buying a Tesla Model Y in India is twice as that of USA because of the 110% import duty tax associated with it. The basic Tesla Model Y is 60 lakhs. Now you have to add road tax to it, registration to it, which will easily add another 10 lakhs to your budget, such that you have to pay 70 lakhs before even a kilometer is driven. Now the second issue which is going to come is the insurance. The insurance for EV cars are more than that of the cars which are run on petrol or diesel. Why? Because the parts are expensive. The battery life is limited and it is going to occupy 40% of your entire budget. The outer body of the car is made of aluminium, which is more expensive to fix than steel. A simple dent in this aluminium body can cause the damage to the battery. Now the screen which is present inside your car, which you use to operate to drive the car, if it gets broken, it's going to cost you a fortune to change it. Because of all these reasons, the insurance for a Tesla car will easily come from 1.5 to 2.5 lakhs per year. The second problem is going to be charging. Tesla says that you need a 2 amp circuit breaker to charge your Tesla car, and you need a level 2 AC wall charger. If you are living in a bungalow, it is not a problem. You can hire an electrician. You can attach the level 2 AC wall charger in your garage and run a dedicated line to a sub-meter, and it will be done. Even this is going to cost you tens of thousands of rupees. The main problem will come for people who are living in apartments. First, you have to get permission from your Residents Welfare Association to allow you to charge your Tesla car. Second, you have to hire an electrician, convince him it is safe, and you have to run a cable from your parking spot to the meter to show that how much electricity you are consuming, and you have to pay separately for it, which will add another tens of thousands of rupees to your budget. Now the third problem which is going to come for you will be when some damage happens. What if you have a broken air suspension, a door handle breaks? Now you cannot go to your garage and fix it because they are not going to have any parts for Tesla because it is not yet famous in India. So you have to go to the Tesla showroom only, and all these parts are imported and they are very expensive. The last and the most important problem is the battery life. Once the battery gets over, you will have to replace it. This is going to cost you as much as buying a separate sedan car. And the battery's warranty is 8 years. After this 8 years, if you want to change your battery, you will have to spend a fortune. To understand how risky Tesla's strategy is, we need to go back into history, because history always teaches us a lesson. This is the story of Ford in India. Ford was a proven brand in the United States of America. They came into India in the mid-90s promising high-end cars at a reasonable price and a good driving experience. Fast forward 25 years down the line, after setting up 2 car plants for local production amounting to 4.4 lakh cars per year local production and investing more than $2 billion, they shut down their operation. The first mistake Ford did was they introduced their car Ford Escort into India. This was a premium car during that time, but when they introduced it into India, they introduced it with the old engine model, no power steering, and there was no rear end mirrors. People in India are always going to compare the same car with the features which they provide in other countries, and they were like, why these features are not here? And Ford completely miscalculated the needs of the Indian market. In Indian market, what a middle class person will first think is, first they will want to know about its cost of the car, the running cost, and the resale value, which Ford did not concentrate on, and this Ford Escort adventure failed. Now they thought they will compete with Maruti in the middle class sector. So they set up a plant in Sanand, Gujarat for producing cars like Figo, which they thought will compete with cars like Maruti. But customers were fixated on the fact that Ford is a luxury vehicle, and because of which Ford became a car which is neither fitting into the luxury area or it is fitting into the low economy area. They were stuck in the middle and their sales never picked up. Now let's draw comparisons. Tesla is entering India with a super expensive Model Y. Same problem, parts have to be imported from abroad. The costs are going to increase because they don't have a local production plant here. Though Ford had a local production plant, they couldn't capture Indian's market. But Tesla has to import all the products from abroad to India, which is going to add import duties to it. I'm not saying Tesla is going to end up like Ford, but man, the parallels are chilling here, and I hope it doesn't repeat the same mistakes Ford did. The charging problem of Tesla is going to be one of the harsh realities commuters have to face. On paper and marketing, we see that the charging in Tesla is a perfect picture. A long-range model of Tesla has a running power of 600 kilometers per single charge, but this is a lab-tested model. So if you look in the real-world scenario, with traffic and AC in full blast, they are going to come to around 450 to 500 kilometers. Tesla superchargers are present which are going to get a full charge in 15 minutes. But now initial plan is to roll out only 16 supercharger stations, that too only in cities of Delhi and Mumbai. I'm traveling from home to office in Delhi or Mumbai, it's not going to be a problem. But what if I'm going to plan a long range trip from Mumbai to Goa? Okay, there are 2 supercharging stations in the middle. I go there, and of the 4 supercharging areas, there are 2 areas which are not working or they are under maintenance. What could have been a 10-minute stop in a petrol bunk is going to be a hours long wait for me to charge my car. This problem of superchargers breaking down has been a common problem in the Indian scenario. Okay, I am going to use charging stations provided by other companies which are actually present in today's roads. But repeated complaints have come regarding the feasibility and the usage of these charging stations also. Right now, if I buy a Tesla in Delhi or Mumbai, it's not going to be a problem because there are supercharging stations present inside the city. The main problem is going to come when I'm deciding to take this car on a long range trip. The car can have the best tech in the world, but surviving in India comes boiling down to one point: can these cars survive Indian roads? To understand this, we need to know the ground clearance of the Tesla car. The ground clearance of the Tesla car is about 150 millimeters. Now let's take for an example a Tata Harrier, which is around 200 millimeters. We all might think it is just a 5 centimeter difference. What it is going to make? The problem will come when this car goes over an uneven speed breaker or a pothole, because they don't have enough ground clearance to clear this uneven speed breaker or a pothole. So what will happen is structures under the hood will get affected. What is under the hood and at the down of the car? The battery. So every time you go through a speed breaker or a pothole, your mind will directly go to what will happen if the battery is injured. I will have to spend a fortune to replace that battery. The second problem is the suspension mechanism of Tesla. The Tesla car is known for its firmness. This firmness is good for giving a seamless driving experience in smooth roads in Europe and USA. I'm not saying there are no smooth roads in India. India has some of the best roads, but there are places in India where the roads are substandard. So when you go through those roads without suspension mechanism, this firmness of the car will create troubles for the driver. The silent nature of the car. The silent nature of the car is very good for the driver, but not for the pedestrians, the cyclists who are going in front of you. They will not hear the car coming only. So you will have to drive more with your ears open than your eyes open. The width of the car is about 1.9 meters. So navigating through narrow roads in India or parking in narrow spaces is going to be a problem. The other problem is every time you drive and you get into a tussle with another driver on the Indian roads, you are going to be scared that what if a minor scratch comes in my car and I am going to shed a fortune to replace it. So driving a Tesla car in India is going to be more psychological than it is going to be physical. In fact, the most glaring flaw in Tesla's grand opening plan is its thinking of entering into an empty market. India's EV market is not a vacuum which is waiting to be filled by a foreign savior. It is already taken. It is a surprisingly mature battlefield. Tesla is trying to take a piece of cake from a cake which has already been cut and taken. The first major competitor Tesla is going to face is from our very own Tata Motors. Tata Motors have established India's EV business and they have captured the pulse of the Indian market. Their cars like Tiago, Punch and their highly successful Nexon are providing EV services at a sub 20 lakh category, which is the heart of the Indian market. They have customer centers all over India and spare parts are available and they have a good resale value. So anybody who wants to get a EV vehicle today, their first choice is going to be Tata Motors. Okay, we will all say that Tata is an Indian company because of which they were able to establish easily. There is a company which has come from abroad, learned from Ford's mistake and they are successful now, which is the MG. MG's Hector car offers premium services at a slightly higher price than Tata, showing that people are ready to pay provided they get value for their money. The third company which is highly successful in this EV category is Hyundai. Hyundai's Kona car has been very successful and its sales are increasing. They have set up a local production plant also and they have reduced the import duties because of it. In fact, the most major competition Tesla is going to face from a Chinese company called BYD. Its Sealand 7 car offers the same services as Tesla, but it is providing it at a much cheaper price. When Tesla was busy arguing with the government regarding their entry into the Indian market, these companies like Tata, MG, Hyundai and BYD have actually already set up their local production plants, established customer services all over the country and even established a system such that spare parts are easily available, and most importantly, they have built trust with the customers.
All the cars we have discussed here are in the price range between 20 to 30 lakhs. Tesla has ruled itself out of its competition in this sector with its price range of about 70 lakhs.
This is like Tesla bringing in a Swiss knife into an already established gunfight which is going on. Now let's take a scenario where somebody has 70 lakhs to shed for a car. Now their question is going to be whether to buy an EV car or a petrol or diesel car. Now if you are thinking of buying an EV car, Tesla will obviously be an option. But let's look at the competitors in the similar price range. The BMW iX1 is there, the Hyundai Ioniq 5 is there, the Kia EV6 is there. BMW comes with the years of brand value and established service centers all over the country. Kia EV6 and the Hyundai's Ioniq 5 have got global awards for their durability and reliability. Now the problem will arise in your mind. You will be thinking, should I get Tesla or get a petrol or diesel sedan in the similar price range, which is the Mercedes C-Class? If I get that, I don't need to worry about charging stations, because now the charging stations for Tesla is present only in two cities, Mumbai and Delhi. What if I'm in there in some other city? And there will be lot of logistical hassles for service parts. Whereas if I buy a petrol or diesel sedan in the similar price range, I have no issues. I can go for long drives. I can go 600-700 kilometers by filling my tank once. No logistical problems, no spare part problems, no service centers problems. So these are the things which customers will think before entering into this 70 lakh price tag of the car, because when you're shedding so much money, you will want a luxurious and a hassle-free experience. Now for the counter argument. What if Tesla knew all these flaws, but they're intentionally entering into the market just to cater a rich few? Then of course they will succeed. They will become a status symbol. You will see Tesla cars on the roads of Delhi and Mumbai driven by movie stars, politicians, a rich few, and it is going to become a status symbol, and it will have a "I have made it" tag along with it. You will see Tesla cars parked near 5-star hotels and in fancy parties. But again, this is where I get a little confused. India is on the verge of EV revolution, and the government plans to bring in EV cars on road up to 30% by 2030. But this EV revolution is not going to happen in the 70 lakh price category. It is going to happen in the 20 to 30 lakh price category. This is where Tesla is missing the trick. They want to trade off what they can sell in millions to a few thousands which they want to sell now. India is offering a red carpet for EV companies to come in and build here. They have a policy where if a company can spend 4,150 crores and set up a car plant in India, they will have an import duty of only 10 to 15%. The current Indian policy is come here, build here, we will help you sell here. But Tesla did not take this route. They have taken the alternate route of completely built up route, meaning the car will be built in some other country. Like in this case, it will be built in China. The completely built up car will be imported to India. This route has an import duty of 100%, practically doubling the price of the car. From this, I feel that Tesla is missing an opportunity where they can supercharge and be the forefront of India's EV revolution, and they are missing the opportunity here. Now coming for the final argument, the resale value. In India, the most important financial factor which an Indian car buyer will consider before buying a car is its resale value. It is the second most important financial decision he can make next to buying a house. So he will go in great lengths to research how much he will get back when he tries to sell this car, because usually after 5 years we will try to buy a new car. Now comes the major problem, the battery health. The temperature in India is 40 to 45 degrees in summer. So we don't know how long will this battery last in such high temperatures, because the long life of Tesla car batteries is proven in USA and Europe, where the temperatures in the mid range, they are never 40 to 45 degrees. So the wear and tear is still not proven. So when somebody is looking to buy a Tesla car in second hand, the first question which will linger over his head is, how long is this battery going to last after I buy this Tesla car? Though it comes with a 8-year guarantee, he buys the Tesla car. After that 3 years, he is going to have a huge financial burden on his head to buy and replace it with a new battery, because that battery costs a fortune. Now the second problem which a person who is buying a Tesla in second hand will have is the uncertainty of the parts. The services are controlled by Tesla. That parts are not available everywhere. So every part he has to replace, he has to come to a showroom which is currently in Mumbai or Delhi only, and he has to replace it, which will also cause a major financial burden to him. He might as well in second hand get a Maruti or even a Mercedes, because there are service centers situated all over the country and they are proven. The last point is the technology. Today Tesla's technology is cutting edge and it beats the rest. But tomorrow, what if solid state batteries become the number one and Tesla's technology becomes outdated? Now comes the problem where you will have an outdated car with you. To conclude, should we buy a Tesla car?
For this, you have to divide yourself into two categories. The first category is the people who have enough money and you are fond of technology. Then you can buy this Tesla as your second car. You should already have a petrol or diesel car and use this Tesla car inside the city and take your petrol or diesel car for long drives. The second person is who is living in a bungalow, so that he has a dedicated charging station for him and he won't have a problem charging his car. Now comes the category of people who should not buy the Tesla car. These are the people who are living in apartments. They are not sure of where they will charge the car, so please don't get it. The second thing is those who frequent long trips with your car, please don't get Tesla as your only car. Buy Tesla only if you are able to keep this car as your second option and not as your first option. So what these people should do? These people should wait till Tesla starts producing locally. Then spare parts will be available. Let the supercharging stations come all over the country. Then it will be feasible to buy a Tesla car, because you're shedding a huge amount of money, and if you're not able to use it in many places, then there is no point in buying this car. Though Tesla is giving us glimpses of the future, we have to be ready for the future for us to buy it. Do like, share and subscribe me for more interesting videos like this.